Tonight, we race in NASCAR's backyard. It's the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series here on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. I'm your host and producer, Morgan Cook, and if it sounds like I'm under the weather, that's because I am. I'm doing my best here tonight. Apologies if it's not quite up to the standard you're used to here on V-Speed, but we'll be righted for the next one. Still want to get this thing on the air and show this great racing you can't find anywhere else. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a moment of the racing action. With that out of the way, let's have a look at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1.5 miles in length, 24 degrees in the corners, and bumps everywhere. This racetrack, you can run two different grooves, the bottom and the top. The entry to turn 3 is like nothing anywhere else in the oval world. You have to avoid the bumps and dive it down to the bottom, really drive it off the right rear to get it to do anything. This truck is going to build into not wanting to turn, especially off of turn 4, where the wall will bite you if you're not paying attention. And that is a quick look at this Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now let's look a little farther ahead. Let's look at the points, where we've gotten after, or just before this fourth race of the season. Dylan Bates has won 2 of them. Mike Veith won the opener in Daytona in that thriller. Drop weeks included here, so it's not exactly the most accurate reflection of where we're at, but you can see drivers from Dylan Bates, your points leader, all the way down to Lucas Lyons with 21 after only racing one of these events. Let's look at the schedule. We've already run Daytona, we've already run Iowa, and we've already run Michigan. Here we are at Charlotte tonight for 110 laps. Next week, the Nashville Fairgrounds, the little short track there. Then New Hampshire, Sonoma, Talladega, Rockingham. Then we go into the playoffs. Auto Club, Irwindale. Break for the holiday season, Richmond, Kansas, Bristol, and Las Vegas to close out a championship, and no better place than Las Vegas to decide a champion. Let's have a look at your Pole Award winner here tonight. The Kinder Farm and Ranch Pole Award winner. Everyone has completed their laps. That driver is Dylan Bates. He's already won twice this year. He's going to try and make it 3 in a row here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, this beautiful facility in Concord, North Carolina. Congratulations, Dylan Bates, and thank you, Kinder Farm and Ranch, for sponsoring the Pole Award this season. Once we flip over to the race session, we can get after it and start with our grid. All right, here we go. Starting on the pole, Dylan Bates, we just saw him. Only driver in the 29.3s, Eric Tracy, going to start alongside him in the 66. Third spot, Corey Bigley in the 28. Stephen Davis will start 4th in the 60. Fifth position belongs to Christopher Heiner in the 24. Jacob Bain will start 6th in the 18. Seventh spot, Josh Oswald in the 17. Jason Lottridge will start in 8th. Ninth position, Elliott Carlson, rounding out your top 10 is Tyler Rice. 11th position is Alex Veith in the 51. Cody Bain will start in 12th. 13th tonight, Kieran Church in the 22. Brandon Wallace did not take a time. He will start 14th. 15th with Jeremiah Holt. Kyle Roberts starts 16th. None of these drivers electing to take a lap under qualifying. Rounding out your grid tonight, Johnny Cofield in the 97. Mike Veith in 18th will round out your field, our Daytona winner. Now let's have a look at this beautiful facility from high above. Under the lights here in Charlotte, that's what it looks like. Charlotte Motor Speedway and its surrounding area. We are still waiting for a few drivers. Namely, your leader, Dylan Bates, has yet to hit the grid, but there are all the cars lined up. Now is a great time, though, to go over our race analysis. Race length, we already talked about 110 laps here tonight. Pit road speed is 45 miles an hour. Pretty easy pit road to get onto, all things considered. Just have to be a little bit careful not to spin under that heavy deceleration. 3 tire sets, the one on the trucks right now, and then 2 laying behind the pit wall. So you got to treat them nicely. 2 green, white checkers. Hopefully we don't need those, but they're there just in case. 26 to 30 laps of fuel we can run per run, meaning we're going to have to make at least 2 stops here tonight. With those 2 sets laying, that means there's not a ton of room for tire strategy. You might have to double stint a set of tires, something these drivers are not used to. Fixed setup that iRacing provides all these drivers. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And then the 1 fast repair, just in case things get a little bit wild. As we roll off of turn number 2 for the first time tonight. Everyone just shaking it out, making sure all the bolts are tight. The wheels are on. Belts snugged up. Somebody checked the wall's still there. That was Jacob Boehm. It is. It's working. Fantastic. And then about 3/4 of a mile, that pace truck is going to turn it down the pit lane. And we will fire these things up for 110 laps in Charlotte, North Carolina. See drivers testing their launch. First gear versus second gear. They're out there somewhere, I promise. There they are. First time tonight, Fields going to roll into the restart zone. Green flag in hand. And we're racing here at Charlotte. Lap number 1's in the books, and it's Dylan Bates from the pole going to lead that one. Eric Tracy and Bigley going to fight it out. Now get single file. Whole field pretty much single file. See Roberts on the outside wall just a little bit. Only 15 drivers elected to start this race today. A little further back where 4 cars under a blanket. Tyler Rice decided to add to the car count tonight in the 6. Already up 4 spots from his 10th place starting position. Kyle Roberts has gained 7 already in the 35. Saw Stephen Davis catch the wall a little bit. Drivers right now just trying to feel out what they got. Only 5 laps in, no need to do anything crazy. The Boehm wants second. Gonna catch the wall off the exit of 4. What's it look like down in turn number 1? He'll dive it down on the high side. He will get clear of Eric Tracy. They're all chasing Dylan Bates. Familiar sight here this season. Boehm really hunting for that lead. He's got the high line. Really able to drive it deep into turn number 1. That's where he's getting a lot of time so far. Will that bite him later in the run as he is clear off of turn 2 down the backstretch? New leader, Jacob Bain. But to lead his first lap of the day, and we'll have lead change number 1 of the contest. Bunch of trucks glued together right now. See, this racetrack is not all that wide, only about 40 feet. He's got a caution on the racetrack. Oh, I see it way in the back there. That's Mike Veith, stuck in the outside wall. Left side tire's not even on the racetrack anymore. Something has gone awry for the 9. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind number 1 coming at you. That thing is all bent out of shape. He's already stuck in the outside wall a little further back. Did he just maybe enter on the wall? This is off of 2. He caught the wall off of 4 maybe. Yes, he did. Went for a ride in the grass. Good job keeping it straight. And then hit the wall there, and it pulled him into the outside wall. So, yeah, unfortunate deal there for the 9. Your Daytona winner, Mike Veith. He's on the pit lane. Stephen Davis also on the pit lane. Did he leave the session? Interesting. 18's going to stay out. Everybody behind him hits the pit road. Everyone going to pit for fuel here. Not sure what's going on with the 60. Some sort of connection issue. Fuel only for all the drivers. Nobody thinks about taking tires here. The limited sets. 3 drivers stay out. Jacob Bain, Kyle Roberts, and Christopher Heiner. Your top 3. Dylan Bates first off of pit road. He has fuel only in the 4th spot. Corey Bigley in 5th. Eric Tracy is 6th in the 66. Stephen Davis is in the 7th spot. Tyler Rice in 8th. Josh Oswald is 9th. Jason Lawridge rounds out the top 10. All those drivers taking fuel only. Might be a good time to interview our current 2nd place driver, Kyle Roberts. See if we're going 1 to green this time or not. Looks like we might be. What does the pace truck do? We will not be going 1 to green. Let's talk to Kyle Roberts. Hey, Kyle Roberts. It's Morgan up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
How you doing, man?
I am okay. We're soldiering through up here. How is the 35 handling right now?
Oh, pretty good so far.
Saw you caught the wall a little bit there. First lap, turn 1. Any ill effects from that right now?
Hasn't seemed to have any.
Well, that's good news. So not pitting this time. You're going to stay out. What do you expect to happen here on this restart?
That's a really good question. It seems like everything's good. We'll see. I don't know how getting 3.5 gallons of fuel would have helped me, but we'll see.
I hear you. Well, thought I'd check in with some of these drivers here up at the front of the field. While we have you up here in the booth, anyone you want to shout out, thank, anything like that while we got you?
Oh, just the league and Brandon and Tyler and all the guys that are admins putting in all the work that they do, and velocity, and just everybody associated with the league. I mean, I've been here since the beginning, and it's been a pretty good deal.
Right on. Well, that's good to hear. We're going 1 to green now. That's Kyle Roberts, driver to the 35, currently sitting in the 2nd spot. Good luck the rest of the way, Kyle.
Thank you, sir.
Always good to have a chat with some drivers while they're doing their thing out there on the racetrack. But let's recap what we got so far. 1 caution, 1 lead change after 12 laps out of 110 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Concord, technically, but come correct me. Ooh. Off of turn number 2. Fairly small field, only 15 trucks. 14 of those on the lead lap. Mike Veith, the only one not on the lead lap after the damage with the outside wall. He should have the faster pair. I think he's back out on the racetrack somewhere. There he is, right there, that red and white truck. So he will be back in contention, though still 1 lap down. Only driver 1 lap down. Jacob Boehm wanted that lead real bad from Dylan Bates. He got it. What can he do with it now? Pace Truck's going to drive down pit road into the restart zone for the 2nd time today. Control car on the outside. There's the launch. Easily a couple car lengths. Top 4 single file out. Top 6 single file out. Christopher Heiner lost a spot on that restart as Dylan Bates went up and gained a couple of them. Drivers fanning out across this racetrack. You just rode on board with them. What's he got for your leader? Everybody on the same tires throughout the field. It's all about the balance right now, how you did with the fuel. As Bates fell back a couple spots, Heiner and Roberts got around him. And Roberts wants the lead. Side by side for the 2nd spot. Heiner might use the leader as a pick. Big drive to the center of turn 3. 35's got the momentum off the exit. Slide job. Oh, they're all in the wall. Heiner might get the lead here into turn number 1. Yes, he will. High line dominant so far. The battle is behind him. Ooh, that was close. That was just about a caution. Almost a 3-wide battle a little further back. 51's blocking for dear life right now, as the battle for the lead has not gone away. Corey Bigley starting to show up in the picture. Stephen Davis moved up a number of spots as well on that restart. There's a lot of drivers who are content to ride right now. These are not two of them. The 60 and 35. Not wanting to let the position go, as Heiner's going to continue to stay in front of the 18. Little kiss to the outside wall for Bates. A little further back in the field, right on board with Josh Oswald. '17 gonna pilot us around the Charlotte Motor Speedway for a couple laps there. Running the middle line. Got some heavy hitters right behind him. Elliott Carlson, Kieran Church, a few winners in this league. Everybody chasing Christopher Heiner in the 24. Got Roberts up in the outside wall. A little too high on the entry. A lot of grip in these trucks. You can use the whole racetrack. He might use a little too much into turn number 1. Three-way battle for the lead. About to be 3 wide into turn number 3. Davis thinks better of it. At the finish line. Photo finish. I think Boehm got him. As Bigley's trying to get some in the 28. Shallow entry for the 28. Can you roll the bottom? '18 got him that time. Not over yet. Davis in the outside wall. Your top 9 have gapped the field by about 2.5 seconds. From Jacob Boehm all the way back. Kyle Roberts. Behind him, ways back to Alex Veith in the 51. Battle for the lead. Davis to the bottom. Boehm to the top. Boehm's going to get him. As Tracy and Heiner having a fight here. the 18, the 24, and the 35 left to pit here in the next couple laps. I estimate about 3 to 4 more laps of fuel in the tank. Which I'm sure that's the last thing on his mind right now as he is swarmed. Davis to the inside, Bigley behind him. Highline seems preferred here tonight. Three wide. Sorts itself out before it becomes a problem. To the bottom. Corey Bigley. Bates on the back bumper. How about lead change number 4 of the night as Kyle Roberts is on pit road. Is Heiner coming this time by? Yes, he will. So is Jacob Boehm. So their bet is made. How will this cycle out? Corey Bigley, your leader, Dylan Bates trying to take it away from him. Eric Tracy in third. Stephen Davis is fourth, and Cody Bigley, apologies, is in the 5th position. Bates was able to get around Bigley as they continue to fight it out. Working lap number 33 here at Charlotte. See the number of leaders so far today. Can't make a good guess at who is going to win this one. A 16th driver has appeared on the racetrack, though. That is Brandon Wallace, the 99. Recently had a birthday. Must have slept through the alarm. That's the only thing I can think of. Tracy around the high line. Will clear the 28. Top 5 separate out a little bit. As we are about 6 or so laps away from this group hitting the pit lane. Quick through your field. Your leader right now, pole sitter Dylan Bates, led 9 laps. Trying to lead his 10th, Eric Tracy in 2nd where he started. Corey Bigley 3rd where he started after leading 2 laps. Stephen Davis also started in 4th where he currently runs. Cody Boehm up 7 positions from the 12th starting spot. Jason Lottridge has gained a pair up to 6th from 8th. Tyler Rice has gained 3 of them. Elliott Carlson has gained 1. He is 8th. Josh Oswald is 9th. Kieran Church running in the 10th position. Alex Veith is 11th. Mike Veith is 12th. Jacob Boehm in the 13th position. Kyle Roberts after pitting, he is 14th. So did Jacob Boehm. Christopher Heiner is 15th. Those previous 4, Mike Veith, Jacob Boehm, Kyle Roberts, Christopher Heiner, all laps down, as well as this driver, Brandon Wallace, who is 17 laps down. Currently the last driver in the race. The lead is growing. Off the back bumper. Every car on track's got at least a few tenths between them. Closest battle on the racetrack is this one. Elliott Carlson, Josh Oswald. .35 on the new tires, going to get around Mike Veith. Should see a lot of drivers come in this time by. Tyler Rice, right now, hits the pit lane. What does your leader do? Dylan Bates. Not this time. Does anyone hit pit road? This time by. Stephen Davis says yes. Josh Oswald as well. Not pitting this time either. Mike Veith under attack. Gonna get passed by Boehm and Heiner. Lottridge, Boehm, Bigley on pit road. Eric Tracy as well. Dylan Bates trying to stretch it on fuel. How much farther can he go? He's gonna hit pit road right here. What about Elliott Carlson? Pitted 2 laps after all these drivers. He's also going to pit here. So does Kieran Church. Alex Veith will not pit. Take over the lead. New leader, 51. I imagine he'll pit this time by. This will cycle Eric Tracy, Mike Veith back on the lead lap, I would have to imagine, as everyone else has already made their stop. Here comes the 51 to pit road. Gentle pit road entry. Kyle Roberts, your new leader. 12 laps off cycle. Dylan Bates with a fuel-only stop last time as well. How does that impact driver 91, Alex Veith, leaving the pit stall? He will fall a lap behind. Eric Tracy must have had a penalty, as he remains a lap down. Currently first driver one down until the 51 potentially gets passed. Veith exiting 2. Kyle Roberts also exiting 2. So it's not that big of a gap. Biggest mover of the race, Kyle Roberts. Up 14 spots where he started. Gap is 1.5 back to Dylan Bates. Another 5.2 back to Christopher Heiner. In a fierce battle with Tyler Rice, Stephen Davis, Cody Boehm. All these drivers trying to work around the off cycle 24. Close in on lap number 50 tonight. Been a good one so far. One caution, 7 lead changes at the start-finish line, plenty more around the racetrack. Your current leader, Kyle Roberts, pitted 16 laps ago, meaning he's got about another 14 or so left on this stint before he's going to hit pit road again. Dylan Bates and company behind him, between 5 and 7 laps. So they have another 20-plus laps to go. The strategy, if it stays green, will be fluid. Will absolutely change at a moment's notice. Who will outsmart the rest? That's the question we have here tonight. As the gap for the lead continues to grow, now 1.7, now it's down to 1.5. As Bates had a great corner entry that time by. Brandon Wallace under fire. He's going to move out of the way. Or your leader, who's in the same chat as him, so that's convenient. Mame and Lottridge, as well as Kiernan Church, having a spirited battle. I don't know what happened to Jacob Bame. Finds himself 10.5 seconds behind the leader. Remember, he was the leader when he pit. Speeding penalty, possibly, could have cost him. Bad pit stop. Regardless, he is well behind your leader right now. Currently, the 18 is at the start-finish line. Kyle Roberts exiting turn 2, almost half a lap behind. Roberts continues to lead. That's his 8th lap led tonight. Stephen Davis in second, yet to lead one. Third spot, Dylan Bates has led 17, I believe the most laps tonight. Tyler Rice hasn't led yet. Corey Bigley's led a pair. Christopher Heiner led 7. Lottridge has led nothing. Currently in 7th. Cody Bame in 8th has yet to lead a lap. Kiernan Church hasn't led one either. He is 9th. Jacob Bame has led 16. Carlson, I don't know if he's been in the top 10 yet in this race. Josh Oswald. We got a pass for the lead. Stephen Davis around Kyle Roberts. Lottridge around Heiner as well. The old tires giving up for those drivers. As we close in on halfway. 2 laps from now. The 60 will put the 51 a lap down. Alex Feet, the first driver, 1 lap down in 13th. The gap quickly out to over 1 second. Tyler Rice up to 3rd. Dylan Bates back to the 4th position, possibly saving fuel. I don't hear anything in terms of clutching. Not saving fuel on the 91. I figured he would be. Cody Bame trying to chase down Kieran Church for the 8th position. 8:10 separates them and growing. Bigley trying to make it a battle for 4th. Catching up to Dylan Bates. The 2-tire call not working for the 91. Possibly fuel only on the 91. Trying to save a set for later. Could be the play. Falling back. Kyle Roberts within about 3 laps of pitting. Currently working 27. He's in the pit road right now. Kyle Roberts, the first to hit pit road again. This will be his 2nd stop of the day. Your leader, Stephen Davis, out by 3.7 over Tyler Rice. Quiet day so far for Stefan. Crosses the line to lead his 7th lap of the race. Up 3 from where he started. And that Rusty Wallace throwback. To keep it on the racetrack for another 10 circuits, I would imagine, before hitting pit road. Christopher Heiner will have to pit right away as well. He's the other driver of note on this strategy. Battle for 4th in front of him's heating up. Bates and Lottridge fight for 3rd. Round goes the 03. Easily clear into the 3rd spot. Heiner's on pit road. The 24. So is Cody Bame. A little early, I think, for the 78. This might get you in the window, though. Dylan Bates on pit road. So is Bigley. They know something I don't. Let's bring up the fuel mileage one more time. About 30 laps. This puts them at 93. Another one would get them so they can one-stop it from here. That is the strategy. One-stop it from here. They put the short run in the middle of the race. Oh, Bigley missed the pit stall as Davis puts them all a lap down. Look at Carlson in 5th, the last driver in the lead lap. In his pit stop 20 laps ago. Roberts got around Bates again. This time, Roberts with the fuel only. Bates with the 4 tires. Davis still not pitting. Will he just run it out? He's got well over half the field trapped a lap down. This time by your leader hits pit road. What does Tyler Rice do? He stays on the racetrack. He will inherit the lead. For the first time today, make that lead change number 9. Stefan Davis finally enters the pit stall. Elliot Carlson's going to get around him. Rice going to stay on the racetrack. He will have much pressure tires on the backside of this run. How will it shake out? Second half of the race here at Charlotte. Kyle Roberts once again trying to get around Alex V. This is for eight. This is for seventh. Apologies. This is a Veith's battle side by side. Mike Veith, the lone caution today after hard contact with the turn 2 wall. Tyler Rice going to bring it down the pit lane. Lottridge takes over the lead for the first time today. At this pace, everybody might need a lap by the end of it. Tyler Rice into the box. Stefan Davis tries to get his lap back. Currently 5th. He clears. Dylan Bates, the next in line, to get the lap back. Lottridge gonna run it out as long as he can. 2 to 3 more laps is all he's got in the tank. I don't know if he tried to hit pit road right there or not, but Bates caught up to him so fast. Crazy fast move. Once this pit cycle wraps up, we'll talk about our award winners of the day. Don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. Bates on the fresh ones around the high side. He will get Stefan Davis. Lottridge on pit road. Now it just leaves Kiernan Church and Elliot Carlson. There's Church. Carlson just hitting the start-finish line now. These two drivers must pit. They're the last two to do so in this cycle. .72 laps in. Somebody's in the outside wall. 22 on pit road. Will the 09 follow? No. 09 will lead a lap today. His first of the night. The 12th lead change at the start-finish line this evening. That's how much new tires mean, folks. That's your leader. Just got drove around like he was standing still. Here comes the 09. Dylan Bates will inherit the lead. Off of turn 4. The pit cycle has completed. And Bates back to the point. What happened to Kyle Roberts? Old tires. That's what it is. The old tires have him falling through the field a little bit. Currently, he will be in the 6th position. Well, let's talk about some nice looking paint schemes here tonight. How about this 35? the Veets 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award this evening. Kyle Roberts in the 35. Reminds me of the Minnesota Timberwolves statement jerseys from last year. I like it. Big fan. Kyle Roberts, put it on the mantle. You won this one. Veets 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Hard Luck Award. Probably going to go to this guy right here. Missed the start of the show. Brandon Wallace going to win your Rice Farms Hard Luck Award, hitting pit road again for the second time tonight. Apologies, just getting out of the way. Is Brandon Wallace. That's your Rice Farms Hard Luck Award winner. I'd say co-Hard Luck Award winner with this guy, your host and producer Morgan Cook, fighting a cold here this evening, doing my absolute best to bring you some great racing at the expense of my voice tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you haven't, try and do better next time. If you have, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, as the 28 is going to wreck on the front stretch. What just happened? Caution is out, and it's for your third place driver. This changes everything. What happened? Caught the wall off of turn 4. We saw that live, and then nailed the wall, spun out on the front stretch, and just about took out Stephen Davis, who was running second at the time, or third at the time. Wow, that is a big deal. Corey Bigley, that is going to hurt the day. That's your Salt South Leather Wreckage Rewind, the second one of the night. Did not have that on the bingo card, that's for sure. And what does this do? Who has tires left? Can anybody make it to the end from here? This puts us at right about 30. Can they stretch it the extra couple? Leaders on pit road. So is Davis, Boehm, Rice, all the lead lap cars. This might save some people. This might hurt some people. Interesting timing for this caution. Race off pit road will be won by Dylan Bates. Lottridge going to stay out. Cody Boehm going to get by the 60. Lottridge stays out. We'll have the restart when we come back. Right after this, we'll get the Hard Luck Award off the screen. But, yeah, that Hard Luck Award might get transferred over to your second place runner at the time, which was Corey Bigley. Lucky for him, truck is fixed, but all the track position gone. Follow up right after this. You've been watching the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series here on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Be back right after this.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The ball gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Zwack.
Zwack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. High above the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we hit the 1 to green. Just under 30 laps to go. Jason Lottridge stayed out. Dylan Bates hit pit road. Kyle Roberts stayed out. Jacob Boehm hit the pits. Everybody behind them just pit on this last lap. Who can make it to the end on fuel? Who will run out? Whose strategy will be flipped upside down? Biggest mover of the race so far today, and it's really not close. This driver right here, No Next Fast Repair Hard Charger Award, Kyle Roberts, up 12. Done a great job so far. Led a few laps as well. Can he lead the one that counts? Pace truck. Make that sharp left-hander off the banking. Onto the flat of pit road. There he goes. Lottridge, the control truck, into the restart zone. You got a good jump. Stephen Davis did not get a good start. Gonna shake up the top 5. How will the old tires prevail? Not well so far. Loses the lead off of turn number 2. Here comes Cody Boehm. Three wide. Settles out. Cody Boehm going to lead his first lap of the night. Inside the final run. Can he make it on fuel? It'll be close. Three wide, bouncing off each other, farther back in the field. Lottridge, slow on the high line. Gonna stack them up. Here comes Kieran Church. Oswald with an aggressive move to the middle. 60 top to bottom for 4th. This track is racy tonight. 71 degrees on the racetrack. Tons of grip. Lottridge in the outside wall again. Tyler Rice going to work around him. "25 more times around." Eric Tracy catches the outside fence. Jacob Boehm trying to take the fight to Cody Boehm for the lead. He will get it done. New leader, 18. Your 5th, 16th lead change of the day. To go with the 2 cautions. Been a great race to this point. Here on V-Speed. Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. This the battle for 5th. Bates, Church. But the BAME's still not done. Davis in the outside wall. Highline seems to be the place to be. Carlson creeping his way into the top 10. Oswald all over the back bumper of Bates as they're side by side down the back. Highline carries so much speed into the corner. 20 more times around. Babe into the wall, contact. Below the apron, 3 wide for second. Some BAME on BAME violence right there. 24 gets loose, that's Heiner. Cody will clear Jacob. But it brought the rest of the top 5 in. The battle is not over yet. Just about wall contact. Side by side for the lead. At the line, who will get it? 18 got him first. Davis and Church. Now Davis and Heiner. Heiner's going to block him. Oh, he's going to turn Church. Oh, big crash. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow. Caution is out. Big wreckage rewind coming your way. We saw this one happen live. Heiner up late to block right there. Got turned into the wall, came down the racetrack and caught the 22, turned him, and right reared a few trucks. Unfortunate for those involved. The 60, the 22, Tyler Rice in it as well. Day ender for a few drivers. Your 3rd caution of the day. Here at Charlotte, most drivers going to stay on the racetrack. We will take another quick commercial break. Be back with the conclusion of the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM, here on V-Speed. Back in just a few.
comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
No, gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here on V-Speed, high above the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm your host and producer, Morgan Cook, here tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss a moment of the racing action you can't find anywhere else, like the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You found us. You might as well stick around a while longer. And no, I don't sound like this all the time. Battling a bit of an illness. Should have this thing back righted in the next few days. One driver does have it righted at this point, Jacob Boehm. He's been from the back to the front. He's been on the wrong side of the strategy, the right side of the strategy. He is your leader. Can he make it to the end on fuel? That's the question everyone is asking. Right now, with the caution laps, he should be 2 laps to the good by my calculations. Let's bring up that fuel mileage on the screen. 30 laps of fuel under green flag conditions. He pitted 17 laps ago. We have about 13 laps remaining, meaning with these caution laps, which are about 2 to 1, every 2 caution laps burns the same fuel as 1 green flag lap-ish. Should be good to go with these last 6 or so caution laps we've had in the final stint of this race. But which Boehm will take the win? Will either of them get it? Will Christopher Heiner in the 24 make his presence felt? Josh Oswald in the 17, haven't said his name much all day, finds himself in 3rd. How about Corey Bigley? We saw him spin on the front stretch. He is in 5th. Tyler Rice in the 6th is in 6th. Elliott Carlson in 7th, creeping his way forward. Dylan Bates falling back to 8th. Lottridge is 9th. Alex Feith cracking the top 10, last driver, on the lead lap. But who will it be? Into the restart zone, hopefully for the final time tonight. The Boehms are side by side, and we are green here at Charlotte. I don't know if there's a lane change rule, but if there was, it was just violated by Jacob Boehm. 3 wide. Bates, Bigley, Rice. As the 18 and 78 continue to battle in front of the field. 4/10, the gap back to Oswald on fresh tires. Not giving each other an inch at the front of the field. As here comes Dylan Bates back to the front. He's got 4 fresh tires. So does Elliott Carlson behind him. Can they get there with 10 laps remaining? Look at the 91 wrap the bottom. Fastest truck on the racetrack, no doubt. Gonna get in the back of the 78. He's boxed in now. Where does he go? Will he split the middle? He's going to think about it. He's going to do it. 3 wide. Sandwich. Bates goes for a ride. Pointed in the right direction. He's going to go from third to the lead in one corner. Contact for second. Carlson up to fourth. Where's the 09 go? To the outside wall. 78 has gone for a ride. He's through the grass. He will stay down there. No caution. If it stays green, can Bates go 3 in a row? The gap is 0.8 of a second. Jacob Boehm got nothing for him. Carlson going to get around him. Can Carlson chase down your leader? Oswald, Veith, Heiner battle for fifth. Alex Veith to the top 5 for the first time today under normal racing conditions. Boehm still fighting, this time with Lottridge for your top 3. The gap now, 1 second. What do the lap times look like this time by? Carlson is fast by 1/10 of a second. Can he get there? 6 laps remain. Heiner and Oswald haven't sorted 6th out yet. The Rice in the outside wall in 8th. You're not missing anything up front. Gap still the same. Lap times the same. As Veith gets around Boehm. Alex Veith to the 4th spot. Half a 10th that time by for Elliot Carlson. Does he have anything left in the tank? Anything at all? Can last year's champion pull a rabbit out of the hat here at Charlotte? It's down to half a second. 2/10 cut off that time by. Down the backstretch. 91 pulls away. But the draft is just too strong. 2 more times around. 4/10 of a second separate your top 2. It's under 4 now. I don't know if Carlson can get there. We'll have to find it very quickly. Another half a 10th closed in. The white flag is out here at Charlotte for Dylan Bates. Elliot Carlson, it's a 1/4 second. Down the backstretch, 1 more time around. 3/4 of a mile to go for his 3rd victory in a row. Dylan Bates, get the broom out. He's going to win again, this time at Charlotte. 34 laps led from the pole. Wasn't as easy as he made it look. Strategy worked out in his favor. Tires at the end, a little damage on the front end. Dylan Bates wins at Charlotte. Three races in a row. You won at Iowa, then you won at Michigan. Now he's going to win the Beast in the Southeast, Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations to him. We'll be back right after a quick commercial break. You've been watching the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series here on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Stay tuned for your final results, as well as interviews with your top three: Dylan Bates, Elliott Carlson, and Jason Lottridge. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh! Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Zwack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Welcome in, everybody, to your Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Voice still not better. Apologies, everybody. We're going to get through this, though. After 110 laps at Charlotte, 20 lead changes, 3 cautions, Dylan Bates is going to win from the pole. Elliott Carlson comes home in second. Jason Lottridge in third. Alex Veith, Jacob Boehm, then Heiner, Rice, Oswald, Bigley, and Cody Boehm went for a spin in the last 10 laps of this race. Second page of your leaderboard today can be Eric Tracy in 11th. Robert's going to finish in 12th. We talked to him earlier in the show. Stephen Davis, 13th. Kiernan Church in the 14th spot. Brandon Wallace, 15th. Mike Veet in 16th. Holt and Cofield did not start the race today. They were in the session, but did not turn a lap on the grid. And that is a look at how the race played out in terms of finishing order. But now let's chat with our top 3 finishers, starting off with Jason Lottridge. Get him up here in the booth. Jason Lottridge, Morgan up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Got a copy.
Thank goodness. I need someone else to take the reins for a little while. I am struggling up here. One driver not struggling, driving this bluey Chevrolet. Jason Lottridge, tell me about your night tonight.
It was lucky. I'll be honest with you. Didn't take tires on that second stop, and was praying for a caution. Got one, and had a fresh set for the last 15-lap run.
Yeah, clearly worked out for you. The top 3 all on that same strategy. You made it pay off for, I believe, was it your first podium of the season?
Yes, it was. Had bad luck at Daytona at the beginning of the season, and let's just say Charlotte's a good track for me.
Clearly running P3 here tonight. We're going to keep this one fairly short. Apologies. Unless you have anything else that you want to say before we get to who you want to thank?
I would just want to thank the sponsors, especially Kinder Farm and Ranch and Jason Warren. Those two are leading the way.
Awesome. I do want to ask, the Bluey paint scheme, is that for children at home, or are you just a fan of Australian cartoons?
Nah, my kids love Bluey, and I figured I usually wreck, so I had Josh Oswald who did the paint, put "Oh Biscuits" on the back because I like to say that when somebody wrecks.
Yeah, you've heard me say that many times here on the V Speed broadcast. Oh, biscuits. Very good.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right. So,
All right, that's Jason Lottridge, your third place finisher tonight. Apologies for the short interview, um, but congratulations, and we'll catch you next time.
all right. Thank you very much.
That is your third place finisher, Jason Lottridge. On to the second step of the podium, Elliot Carlson, familiar face up here in the V Speed booth. Elliot, Morgan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, do you got?
Yes, I can hear you. So I didn't talk about you for pretty much this entire race. Then you appeared with about 30 laps to go. How was it from your seat?
First half of the race was pretty boring just because we only had 3 sets of tires, right? One on the truck and 2 in the pits. And so, I mean, kind of notorious for getting cautions in this league sometimes. So I figured at least save the 2 sets in the pits towards the end of the race, which ended up working out for me.
Yeah, that late race caution with about 30 laps to go, maybe less than that, really changed the complexion of this race. What was the plan if if the caution didn't come out? Could you do anything to get off strategy and maybe get an advantage?
If you take out that last caution we had, I was probably still sitting okay because even though I was a lap down, I think I only had like 3 or 4 green laps on my tires, and I think I was sitting fifth or sixth. And the leaders were racing really hard, right? They were like 3 wide, so they're probably going to be burning up their stuff. So I think Josh and I were sitting pretty good, but then that caution came out, and don't want to leave an extra set at this track.
For sure, this is a tire degrading racetrack, especially in the trucks. The right front gets hurt quite a bit here. Clearly, you were able to drive it with those fresh tires up through the field to the second spot. Didn't quite have enough for Dylan Bates. Margin of victory just over 4/10. Anything you could have done differently to get up to him and battle for the win?
Probably that last restart, being on the inside. I don't know. I probably could have been a little more aggressive diving to the bottom, but Bates got to start on the outside. I mean, we were basically right next to each other, and he was able to get on everyone's right rear, right, and get around them. But I didn't want to bring out a caution, right? First, second, or third is because Bates has already won a race, so as long as he keeps winning, I'm okay getting second.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. I mean, you were champion last year after all, so you know what it takes to hoist that cup at the end of the season. Elliot, first off, who's on your hood? What is that face?
Race winner, Dylan Bates.
Oh, that's Dylan Bates. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I wasn't sure who that was. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, who do you want to thank? Who to shout out for the second place finish here at Charlotte?
I'd like to thank you, Morgan at V Speed. Like to thank Tyler Rice for, he's sitting out being an active admin, so I appreciate that. I know he wants to be racing with us. Also like to thank Golden Suzuki Honda, Kinder Farm and Ranch, No Next Fast Repair, Salty South Weather, and Flexible Freight Solutions. And then obviously Dylan Bates, main sponsor on my hood. And then I got Flex and Chuck on my right rear quarter panel. And then Ravish and Rick's booty shorts on my bumper. And then also like to thank BMS. I like racing with those guys. And then my fiance, who's being productive in the background while I'm doing training.
Well, training is going well. Your second place finisher, Elliot Carlson. Thanks for your time. See you next week
Thanks,
at the
Morgan.
fairgrounds.
Yep. I'll be out. I'll be at the real Nashville Fairgrounds watching Bates race.
Ah, well, that sounds more, real. So enjoy that.
I will. Thanks, Morgan.
All right, that's second place, Elliot Carlson. I think we got enough voice left for one more interview. It's getting tough up here, folks. Dylan Bates, you're a winner for the third week in a row. Dylan, Morgan up in the booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
All right. Well, I got one interview left in me. I'm struggling up here. Someone not struggling, the 91. I mean, you led laps early, you led laps late. You were always a factor in this race. Was there ever a moment where you thought this might get away from me?
Yeah, that caution around lap 80 or so, when all those guys took tires and I saved my last set, they took off and I didn't have near as much for them as I thought I would on my somewhat used tires, and I was kind of panicking then. I knew that if I had a yellow soon, we'd be all right because there were so many cars a lap down. I would have been able to restart up closer to the front like I did. I think we restarted 8th on fresh tires, and luckily we were able to make it work. And me and Elliot kind of diced up through there, and Elliot about got back to me there towards the end when I think I had a little damage from going 3 wide with Cody and Jake there, and it kind of slowed me down towards the end. But luckily we were able to hang on and came away with it.
You were the meat in the sandwich there for just a minute. Great job hanging on to it. But you saw that 09 in your mirror getting bigger and bigger. Was there anything you could do, excuse me, from the lead to try and mitigate his progress?
Yeah, I saw he was running the top, so I moved up with like 3 or 4 laps to go and ran the top as well, just try to dirty his air up a little bit because I was running the bottom, and that probably hurt my right front a little quicker, especially with the little bit of damage I had. But early in that run, the bottom was faster. So when I moved to the top, I think I dirtied his air up enough, stalled him out a little bit. Yeah, a few more laps he'd have been there though for sure, but it just all worked out, so it was all right.
Good thing it ended on 110, the lap that
For
you
sure.
led to bring it home to the victory. But 3 races in a row that you've won. I mean, on 3 completely different racetracks. What does that say to the competition about Dylan Bates, the driver?
I actually didn't realize it was 3 in a row, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a great start. Unfortunately, we're gonna miss next week for real life racing, so we'll take the drop week and hopefully we stay up front in the points and just keep going. With the playoff format, I think we'll be all right.
Right on. Well, congratulations. Who do you want to shout out before I let you go?
Just all the guys at Velocity Motorsports, a fun group of guys to hang out with, and it was cool that we finished 1, 2, 3 tonight. So, yeah, we'll move on and see you at the next race.
Right on. That's your winner, Dylan Bates, tonight. Congratulations on 3 in a row.
Thank you.
That will do it for the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Appreciate them for being a sponsor here all season long. And that's going to do it for our coverage of the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Look forward to next week at the Nashville Fairgrounds, 150 laps under the lights at that little half-mile racetrack. Should be fun. But until then, I've been your host and producer, Morgan Cook. I hope I'll sound better next time. I really do. This has been V-Speed. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a moment of the racing action you can't find anywhere else. If you've already found us, you might as well stick around a while longer. Good night, everybody. We'll catch you next time here on V-Speed.